for tonight's show. We have Tim, who's calling in from Texas. Tim, you're live on Truth Wanted. What's up?
Hey, guys. So I've called in before. I'm the guy with the 3 stories, and I'm here to call in with my 3rd story. Finally have a chance to do so. So I'm just going to jump straight into it.
Jump straight into it, Tim. You got this.
So this one, it starts out with me in a dream, and I'm standing on top of a building. And I'm about 5, 6 years old at the time. And I'm looking down at in real life, when I had this dream, I was like 5 or 6 years old. Anyways, so in the dream, I'm standing on top of the building, and I'm looking down, and I'm thinking, that's a really long fall. That would really suck if I, and all of a sudden falling. And as I'm falling towards the ground, I'm starting to like brace myself for impact. You know, I'm about to hit the ground. Oh, this is gonna suck. And then I finally hit the ground. That actually wasn't that bad. And I look up, start looking around, and I realize, like, oh, I just fell off my bed. All right. Well, now I'm on the floor, and I'm staring at my closet. And I notice that there's a light coming in from the bottom of my closet. And I'm thinking, oh, I left my light on in my closet. How dumb of it. Wait. I don't have a light in my closet. And so now I'm just staring at my closet, this light coming in from the bottom of my door. And I'm just trying to figure out what is going on. And then the door opens by itself. And now the room, like the closet, my closet is like this wall of bright light, white light, but yet my room is still dark. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like there's a bright light, but not like my room is just dark. And there is a silhouette of a figure. The best way I can describe it would be Slender Man, but this is like years before Slender Man was ever a thing.
All right. Okay. All right.
Of like the long arms, long legs, limbs, whatever. And now I'm just staring at it like, am I actually seeing this? And my first thought is, I'm going to stand up and say hi, I guess. I don't know what else to do. And so I start to stand
Weird first thought. I'm going to be honest with you, Tim. If I thought I saw Slender Man in my closet, my first thought is not going to be, hi, how do you do?
Just run.
Yeah. Very true. But this is just what went through my head. So I start to stand up, and this thing reaches out, grabs the door, and shuts it. And then the light turns off. And I'm standing, like staring at my closet door, and I go over and I open it, and it's just my door. It's just my closet. Like my stuff is just thrown in there randomly, you know, like it was before. Okay. And I just close the door and walk back to my bed, go back to sleep.
You're one of those people in the horror movie who's the first one killed.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably. Yeah, that's probably. Yeah.
This is the premonition. This is the premonition that you get, Tim, that you're like, you know, a few years from now, you're going to be at like a vacation house, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember when I was a kid, there was this thing that happened to me where I thought I saw the Slender Man, and then like the Slender Man's going to come out and kill you. Like that's 100% going to happen. So I'm sorry, I had to be the one to break the news, but I've seen too many movies. I know how this is going to go down. So
it started off very poltergeist though.
Was some poltergeist vibes in there.
Yeah, and then transition to Slender Man.
Yeah. Which Slender Man, you don't want that in your movie. I don't think you can escape the Slender Man. I think he's like gonna keep following you. I think that's like his whole spiel. Like a poltergeist, that's like local to the area. You know what I mean? You can move houses. You can't move away from Slender Man. He's gonna find you. So sorry, Tim. Don't know what to tell you.
And I don't live anywhere near where that happened anymore. So if it is there, it's staying there, hopefully.
Doesn't stop Slender Man. Slender Man knows how to use a phone book.
No.
All right. He's smart.
Ooh, this is true.
Yeah, he's on TikTok. He's watching stuff. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But Tim, I'm glad at least when you called in about this story, you're not one of those people who is like, you know what, I had this dream, and this ultimately has to mean something about my life, and I can like take something from this and attribute it to reality. And sometimes a dream is just a dream, right? And like I feel like that's what you're putting out here. I don't know. You haven't like given me any words of wisdom from your dream or anything, but
Well, the whole reason I'm kind of doing this, like I tell you stories to begin with, is because they're, like, in my opinion anyways, dreams so real that you confuse them with reality. Like, while you're having this dream, you believe it is actually happening. And if you don't realize it's a dream later on, then you could possibly continue to believe that this thing actually happened. So that's kind of like the way I look at it. But as long as you can admit that it could be a dream, could have been a dream. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we're all just butterflies dreaming that we're philosophers. I think it's Socrates that said that.
Very well.
Or maybe we're philosophers dreaming that we're butterflies, or in an infinite cycle or something. Or we're just in a simulation, or we're just part of an alien sort of experiment. I mean, there's a million things we could be, to be honest. I don't know if we'll ever know, but it's fun to think about.
And I don't know how we can know.
I don't know either.
But
I don't know. Tim, I appreciate the story. I'm glad you got through 3 stories on this show. It's almost like one of those books or something. Like, it's one of those, like, I don't know. You did like a bit on this show, which rarely happens, where you said you're going to call in again about another thing, and then you actually did it. You know how few times that happens on call-in shows? How many people are like, oh, next time I'm going to call in next week about this, and then they never do. But you did it, Tim. You followed through. So gold star. Gold star for that.
Well, thank you.
Now Tim needs to get a brick on the walkway.
That's right. You can get a brick on the walkway that says, "This is for Tim's dreams."
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome, Tim. Well, Tim, I do appreciate you calling in. We're gonna wrap up the show here, so I am gonna let you go. But thanks so much for that.